Hello guys, welcome back, and this is SK Sharma. And in this video we'll be studying about real numbers, and this chapter is the first chapter of Mathematics NCERT CBSE Class 10. And let's start with the first concept of the real numbers, and this is the fundamental theory of arithmetic, right? And according to this theorem, every composite number can be expressed as a product of primes. Now you must know what are composite numbers and what are prime numbers. Now as we know friends, in the lower classes we have studied about prime numbers and composite numbers. Prime numbers are those numbers which are divisible by itself or by 1, and the rest of the numbers are called composite numbers. Now examples of prime numbers are 2, 3, 5, 7, like that. All these numbers are prime numbers. The smallest prime number is 2, and when you study these numbers you will see that these numbers are only divisible by themselves. No other number can divide them, right? And composite numbers, except these numbers, like for example between 3 and 5 we have 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. So all these numbers are called composite numbers. So according to this theorem, every composite number can be expressed in the power of primes, right? Let's take one simple example. Say the number 2520. Okay, now this is a composite number, and we can express this number as a product of prime numbers. How to do that? Now what you have to do, find all the factors of this number when it is divisible by 2. Always you should start from the smallest number, 2, 3, 5, 7, like that. Don't try to divide with a larger number like 5 and then comes down to 3 or 2. No. So when you divide this with 2, you get 2, 2 to the 4, 2 6. Again this number is divisible by 2. Again it is divisible by 2. Now this number is divisible by 3. Okay, again 105 is divisible by 3, and again 35 is divisible by 7, and 7 is divisible by 7. So there we are with the prime factorization of 2520. Now how to express this composite number as a product of primes? Let's see. Now 2520 is equal to, now see, there are 3 2's, so that means we can write 2 to the power of 3 into. Now there are 2 3's, so that means we can write this as 3 to the power of 2. There is 1 5 and 1 7. So this is 5 and 7. So this expression is called, product of primes. Primes stands for prime numbers. Now all these numbers are prime numbers like 2, 3, 5, 7. And when we express this composite number in the form of, in this way, we call it as a product of primes. So this is the fundamental theory of arithmetic. Now let's see, I have written 2 more important key sentences about this theorem. It tells us the relation between composite number and prime number. Now this is always to be kept in mind. It might strike in the short questions. Okay. So this theorem tells us the relationship between the prime number and composite number. So that's very simple. Then decomposition of the composite number is unique. Now what we have done here, Now this process, this whole process is called decomposition, because we are splitting, we are dividing this number into small parts, and those small parts are prime numbers, right? There are few definitions of LCM and HCF. Now let's see practically with numbers how the relation, what is the relation between HCF and LCM, right? Now according to the fundamental theory of arithmetic, this is the relation, the product of the numbers is equal to the product of their HCF and LCM. If suppose there are two numbers, say x and y, and if you multiply these two numbers, and if you multiply the LCM and HCF of these two numbers, HCF of x and y and LCM of x and y, you will get the same value both the sides. Let's take one example. Say two numbers 20 and 36. Okay. Now first find out the HCF of these two numbers. Let's see, we can do it in this way. To find HCF, both these numbers has to be divided by the same common number. You must keep this in mind, that when you are finding HCF, you must ensure that the number with which you are dividing, that number must divide the given numbers. Like both these numbers are divided by 2. Again 10 and 18, it is divisible by 2, so you get 5 and 9. Now see, this 5 and 9 both different numbers, and no number except 1 can divide this number. So you have to stop your calculation here, and what will be the HCF? HCF of 20 and 36 will be 2 into 2, so that will give you 4. So this is the HCF. Now let's see how to find LCM of both the numbers. First, both are divisible by 2, so you get 10, 18, again divisible by 2, you get 5, you get 9. Now 9 is divisible by 3, leave this 5 as it is, 3 divided by this, you again get 3, again 3 is divisible, and then 5. So you must keep on dividing the numbers until you get 1 as remainder. Okay, now see the LCM. Now here LCM will be 2 into 2, you can also write it like this, 2 to the power of 2, 3 to the power of 2, and 5. Okay, so this is 4, 9 and 5, 4 5s are 20, 20 into 9. So you get 180. So 180 is the LCM and HCF is 4. Now let's see. How the relation can be worked out here. Okay. Now according to this relation, the product of the two numbers, here the two numbers are 20 and 36. And what are their LCM and HCF? 4 and 180. Now let's see, when we multiply these two numbers and let's multiply their HCF and LCM, let's see the product is same or not. So when you divide this, 2 6 are 12, 7 20, like that. When you divide this, you get 4 8 are 32 and 7 20. So it is exactly the same. So this theorem, we can prove this theorem, that the product of any two numbers is equal to the product of their LCM and HCF. Okay friends, let's take one more example from HCF and LCM. You might get a question like this. HCF of 30 and 72 is 6. Find LCM of these numbers, right? So these are the two numbers. HCF is given and you have to find LCM. Now as we know, what is the relation between the product of the given numbers is equal to the product of HCF into LCM. Okay. Now here the two given numbers are 30 and 72, right? And their LCM is 6 and you have to find LCM. So there we are with the equation, and to find LCM just divide this with the given numbers. So now many of the students, they will try to multiply this. So please don't do that, because again we have to divide, and if you will multiply this, you will make your calculations, larger. So don't multiply, leave it as it is, and then again divide it by this. So there we are with the answer. LCM is equal to 12 3 ja 36, 360. So this is how you have to work out the exercise. CBSE की क्लास 10 की बुक एक्सरसाइज 1.2, बिकॉज 1.1 को तो अभी इस साल सिलेबस से हटा दिया गया है, तो उस एक्सरसाइज का क्वेश्चन नंबर 6 देखते हैं, बिकॉज उससे पहले जो क्वेश्चन है वो मैंने अभी आपको एग्जाम्पल्स देके समझाया हुआ है. ये क्वेश्चन देखते हैं, थोड़ा सा हटके यूनिक क्वेश्चन है. And the question is why 7 into 11 into 13 plus 13 is a composite number. Proof करना है आपको कि why this number is composite number. तो बहुत सिंपल है. देखिए फ्रेंड्स, यहाँ पे दो टर्म्स हैं और यहाँ पे 13 दोनों में कॉमन है. तो अगर 13 कॉमन ले लेते हैं तो what we get 7 into 11 into 1 plus 1. Am I right? यहां से 13 हम लोगों ने कॉमन ले लिया, फाइन. तो इस 13 को इसके साथ में डिवाइड किया, वी गेट दिस प्लस 1. नाउ अगेन इसको थोड़ा सा और सिंप्लीफाई कर लेते हैं. 77 प्लस 1 एंड दिस इज रिटन एज 13 into 78. फाइन. नाउ यहाँ पे दो नंबर्स आ गए एंड इसको हम प्रोडक्ट ऑफ प्राइम्स में चेंज कर सकते हैं. अगर 78 के सारे फैक्टर्स निकालें, सो 2 3 जा 6, अगेन इट इज डिविजिबल बाय 3 एंड देन 30. सो इन प्लेस ऑफ 78 वी कैन राइट दिस एज 2 into 3 into 30. इसको अगर परफेक्ट ऑर्डर में अगर हम लोग लिखें तो वी कैन रिमूव दिस पार्ट फ्रॉम हियर एंड ये 13 को यहाँ पे हम लोग लिख सकते हैं. तो ये जो ऑर्डर है, या फिर 13 दो बार है तो द पावर इज 2. सो दिस ऑर्डर कैन बी रिटन ओनली फॉर कंपोजिट नंबर्स, क्योंकि कंपोजिट नंबर्स में मोर देन 1 फैक्टर्स होते हैं एज प्राइम नंबर. यहाँ पे 2 3 13 ये तीनों ही प्राइम नंबर्स हैं. एंड जो एक्सप्रेशन दिया हुआ आपको, सो दैट कैन बी रिटन इन दिस फॉर्म. ठीक है. सो बाय दिस वी कैन प्रूव दैट दिस इज अ कंपोजिट नंबर, राइट. ओके फ्रेंड्स, सेम एक्सरसाइज 1.2 इसका देखते हैं, क्वेश्चन नंबर 7. नाउ लेट्स सी व्हाट इज गिवन इन द क्वेश्चन. एक बार क्वेश्चन पढ़ने से नहीं होगा, कम से कम क्वेश्चन को आप 2 to 3 4 टाइम्स जरूर पढ़ें, सो दैट जब तक क्वेश्चन आपके दिमाग में क्लियर नहीं हो, डोंट ट्राई टू अटेम्प्ट. ठीक है. बिकॉज ऐसा बोला जाता है कि क्वेश्चन को अगर अच्छे से समझ गए तो हाफ द सॉल्यूशन इज ओवर देयर. तो ये इंपॉर्टेंट है. नाउ द क्वेश्चन इज, देयर इज अ सर्कुलर पाथ अराउंड अ फील्ड एंड सोनिया टेक्स 18 minutes and Ravi takes 12 minutes to move one round, and if they start at the same time and in the same direction, after how many minutes they will meet again at the starting point. Now say this is the circular path, okay, and suppose they started from here, ठीक है, सोनिया एंड रवि they started at this point. Now रवि का स्पीड थोड़ा ज़्यादा है, 12 मिनट्स में कवर करता है, सोनिया टेक्स 18 मिनट्स, थोड़ी सी ज़्यादा लेती है, राइट? तो बाय यूजिंग एलसीएम एंड एचसीएफ हाउ कैन वी फाइंड कि कितना टाइम के बाद में वो मिलेंगे, राइट? बहुत ही सिंपल है, यहाँ पे हमें करना क्या है, एलसीएम निकालना है या फिर एचसीएफ निकालना है। यस, ऑब्वियसली वी विल फाइंड द एलसीएम नॉट एचसीएफ। नाउ ऐसे टाइप के क्वेश्चन भी हम लोगों ने क्लास 5-6 में किए हुए, ठीक है। अगेन थोड़ा सा आपको वापस क्लास 10 में रिकैप्चुलेट करना है एंड देखते हैं हाउ टू फाइंड 18 एंड 12 आपको निकालना है इसका एलसीएम, ठीक है। 2 9 जा 2 6 जा, अगेन 2 से, अब 3 से एंड अगेन 3। सो एलसीएम of 18 and 12 is 2 into 2 into 3 into 3. So 2 to the 4, 4 to the 12, 3 to 36. So there we are with the answer. इतना simple है. After 36 minutes, they will meet again at the starting point. This is your answer. 36 minutes. तो ध्यान रखें फ्रेंड्स, ऐसे टाइप के क्वेश्चन अगर आते हैं तो किस तरीके से आपको सॉल्यूशन बनाना है। ओके ओके गाइस, दैट्स ऑल इन दिस वीडियो एंड नेक्स्ट वीडियो में कुछ और इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चंस रियल नंबर से हम लोग करेंगे एंड स्टे ट्यून्ड एंड डू सब्सक्राइब माय चैनल बिकॉज मैथ्स अभी तो हम लोगों ने स्टार्ट किया है, वी हैव टू गो अ लॉन्ग वे, ठीक है। तो बने रहिए वीडियो में एंड चैनल पे, और बेल आइकन को आप जरूर दबाएं सो दैट व्हेनेवर आई अपलोड अ न्यू वीडियो यू विल गेट द नोटिफिकेशन ऑफ दैट, ठीक है। सो विद दैट नोट लेट्स एंड द वीडियो, सी यू इन द नेक्स्ट वीडियो with a new chapter. Take care.